I'm not a lesson you get to quote after you survive me. I'm not your after-school warning story, not your example of what happens when someone is too much. I was a human being before I was your anecdote. I handed you my truth with shaking hands, like glass still warm from the furnace, and you pressed your fingerprints into it and blamed me for the cracks. You said you can trust me, and I believed you the way a tired traveler believes a lit window. I stepped inside. You memorized the furniture of my pain and later rearranged it into a weapon. Do you know what it costs to explain your trauma out loud? It is an autopsy performed on a living heart. It is a naming every ghost and letting them sit in the room with you. I watched your eyes while I told you. I watched you nod, I watched you promise gentleness. I did not see you measuring where to cut later. Depression is not always a storm. Sometimes it is gravity turned cruel. Every thought weighs triple, every breath feels borrowed. Time moves like cold honey. I wake up already tired, like my dreams ran marathons without me. People say rest, but my mind is a house with alarms in every room. Nothing stops ringing. There are days my reflection looks like a missing person. Days my own voice sounds like a stranger doing a rough impression of me. Days laughter feels like trespassing. You use my history against Melick, it canceled my credibility. Like pain makes a witness unreliable, like surviving disqualifies you from being heard. You said my reactions were the problem, but never mentioned your actions. You studied my wounds, then called me dramatic for bleeding. I learned how quickly empathy expires when it becomes inconvenient. How fast people switch from I'm here for you to you're too heavy. I am heavy. I am made of unslept nights and swallowed screams, and words I chewed into silence so no one would feel burdened by me. Some nights the thought of not existing gars like a soft chair after 1,000 miles standing. Not loud, not theatrical, just dangerously gentle. Not because I want death, because I want quiet, because I want the egg to unclench its teeth. I have imagined vanishing the way fog does with it. Apology without explanation, without leaving a mess behind, and still I stay. I stay when my mind writes exit signs in ordinary doors. I stay when my chest feels like a locked room filling with smoke. I stay out of stubbornness, out of spite, out of the smallest flicker that says maybe tomorrow will loosen its grip. Do not call me weak for fighting battles you cannot see. Invisible wars still leave bodies on the field. Do not reduce me to my worst thoughts. They are weather, not my name. My truth is not pretty, it limps. It cries in bathrooms. It cancels plans, it replays conversations like crime scenes. It loves deeply and pays for it in bruises no one signs. My truth is that I am trying in ways that do not photograph. Well, if you wanna understand me, understand this. I I did not break because I'm fragile. I broke because I was struck in the same place too many times by people who swore they were hugging me. And even now, with a mind that sometimes turns against me, with memories that still bite, with trust that walks with a limp, I am here. Heart cracked open, hands still reaching, breathing through the rubble, refusing to become the weapon they try to make me into.